Good morning, Scentsy fans. This is Becky Franks, and I wanted to come at you today and share with you the new catalog for Fall Winter 2023. I did a video about, about a week ago, a little over a week ago, just making my predictions. I haven't tallied to see how many I got right and how many I got wrong, but I'm super excited to share this with you today. There's a Scentsy event going on right now called Scentsy Family Reunion, and this is where the catalog for Fall Winter is released. And some of the reps had posted pictures on Facebook pages, and they're doing videos, and so I figured I'd go ahead and share my video with you too. So let's jump in. So the new releases, I think a lot of people have been sharing these 10 new releases, and those are Cranberry and Cardamom, Dashing, Fall Feeling, Frosted Cedar, Frosty Air, Golden Garland, Make Me Snickerdoodle, Midnight Mahogany, Palo Santo and Cinnamon, Red Currant and Wreath. I'm not sure. Hopefully you'll be able to make some of the wording out. These pictures were just taken from someone else, so if they're blurry, it's because that's the picture that I have. That's good enough for me. So, okay. So then you'll also see all these tins throughout the next categories once we break them down, because like these are the categories that you'll see them in again. I also wanted to mention that last year's new releases, the 10 new scents from last year's Fall Winter catalog, also made it into this year's catalog. And I'll point those out as we run across those. Okay, so the first holiday is the next category we'll go through. So Candy Cane Buttercream, that's new to the catalog. It was actually part of a buttercream collection that came out last December. I know that people really liked this. I know they also mentioned it wasn't very long lasting, but it is very beautiful, and I do actually like this, and I did have this in my club. Christmas Cottage, I don't think we're surprised that we see that back. It is a bestseller. A lot of people like that. Cinnamon Pinecones, that's one I predicted that I thought would come in. It was one of the scents of the month from last, it was either November or December. I can't remember exactly which one. Clove and Cinnamon, that seems to be making it in the catalog again, year after year. Eucalyptus Wreath, I was kind of surprised to see that one back, but it must have a lot of, it's a bestseller, so it must sell. It's just too strong for me. I can't do that one. Perfect Peppermint, I think some people were worried about that one, but it seemed to come back. Polar Bear Hug, yeah, I think we expected to see that one back. Red Currant Wreath, that was a new one that was listed above. Silver Bells, a lot of people were worried about Silver Bells not returning. I'm so happy to see that back. It is in my club, but it is always nice to see it return. And Very Snowy Spruce. That will be also available in a brick at some point. I'm not sure when they'll release that, but it'll be in the bar and the brick. All right, let's jump down to the spice category. So we see Apple and Cinnamon Sticks back, and Autumn Hearth, Autumn Sunset, Blackberry Spice. That was one from last year that was new. It made it back in. And again, we see Christmas Cottage again. It falls into a couple different categories. That's why we see it. Cider Mill, I think that's a staple. A lot of people expected to see that back. Cinnamon Bear, same thing for that. Cinnamon Vanilla, I think that's actually in the current catalog for summer, and it fell right into this catalog again. Clove and Cinnamon, we've seen that again. Farmstand Pumpkin, I mentioned in my other video that I did research, and I found out that was a scent of the month back in October of 2016. So we have probably seen that in the catalog ever since then, which I really like that one. It's very nice. First Day of Fall, also very nice. Maple Apple Bourbon, I was kind of worried about maybe that one not coming back, but it showed back up, which was nice. Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl, again, I think it's another one of our staples for the pumpkin scents. And Red Currant and Wreath, that's also one of the new ones for this year. And Welcome Home, I think we see that one in most all the catalogs. All right, let's jump down to the bakery. Apple Cherry Strudel, I think some people were surprised to see this one back. There's been a lot of talk already about the bakery category. Not quite as beefed up as they wanted it to be. And I guess I have to agree. I have apple cherry strudel in my club. I was afraid it wasn't coming back, but it is kind of nice to see that one. It is one of the very few cherry scents that I like personally. But baked apple pie, I think we see that a lot in the fall. Blueberry cheesecake's a very bestseller. And let's see, candy cane buttercream. We see that in, listed on the other page. Cranapple Crumble. That was one new one from last year. It made it into this year's catalog. Gimme Candy, I predicted that. I thought that would show up, and that one did show up in the catalog. I think that was a scent of the month last September. Very popular seller. A lot of talk about that one. People talk about mixing Gimme Candy with, I think, Scary Good. I think that's, I don't know, it's a 1-to-1, I think, but I haven't tried it yet, but I am going to try that. Lemon Drizzle Cake. A lot of people are wondering how that appeared in the catalog this time. I'm not sure either. It's okay. I mean, there's not a lot of lemon scents other than Squeeze the Day. And, I mean, it's a lemon bakery. Maybe that's why. And I think, I don't know, there's a lot of other bakeries I think people expected to see or would like to have seen rather than this one. But I don't know. Who's to say? Make Me Snickerdoodle's a new one for this year. I'm super excited. A lot of people are excited to try this one. It seems to be the only bakery that they have this year, I think. I can't remember the little scent categories, but Mocha Doodle, I guess I'm kind of surprised to see that one. Maybe it tends to come in every catalog, but I'm not a fan of this one. There's a couple other coffee scents that I clubbed from Bring Back My Bars that I like better. So Pumpkin Roll, that's also a staple. It seems to come back a lot. I think that one's also coming out in a brick at some point. I'm not sure when that'll be released. Salted Caramel Toffee. I think that's showed up in the last couple of catalogs in the fall. I kind of had forgotten about that one when I did my predictions last week. Scary Good. That came back. I was kind of wondering about if that one would come back, but it did. So I'm excited for that one too. Vanilla Bean Buttercream. That's becoming one of my favorites. I like it on its own. It's a very good mixer. Okay, so now down to the fresh category. Aloe, water, and cucumber. That seems to appear in every catalog, or it has in the last several. So I guess I'm not surprised to see that. Amazon Rain, that's back. Arctic Kiss, I think some people expected to see that back, and a lot of happy ones over that. By the Sea, that seems to be in almost every catalog. Clean Breeze and Clothesline, those are also, I think, still in this current catalog. Cozy Cardigan is back. I think people were worried about this one maybe not returning, so there'll be a lot of people excited to see that one back. Eucalyptus Wreath, we talked about that one already. Fluffy Fleece, French Lavender. I think people were surprised to see that one return in the catalog. I think it popped up a few months ago whenever the Epcot collection came out. This one popped in. I think it's currently available still, but it's in the catalog. Frosted Vanilla, that was one from last year that was brand new that came back into the catalog. Frosty Air is new this year. Golden Garland new this year. Jammy Time, Just Breathe, Newborn Nursery, Perfect Peppermint. We talked about that in an earlier page. Polar Bear Hug and Silver Bells, same thing. White Amber and Silk. That one was a brand new one last year, and it came back. Okay, on to the woods category. Around the Campfire, I think a lot of people were worried that wouldn't come back. It did. Same thing with Cashmere Corduroy. I think people were worried about that one coming back, and it did. Cedar Cider, another one people were worried about. It did come back. And Cinnamon Pinecones, like I said, that's one I absolutely love. Dashing is new. Falling Apples, that was one from last year's catalog that was brand new. It came back. Same way with Huckleberry Hideaway. I would have never expected that one to come back. I do like Huckleberry scents, and I did club it because I just figured for sure it wasn't coming back, but it did. And let's see. Midnight Mahogany's new. Mystery Man, that seems to be a staple for a nice manly scent. Palo Santo and Cinnamon. That's new. Yep, Very Snowy Spruce. That one seems to be a staple for at least the pine scents for now. Weathered Leather, like I said in the last video, it feels like it's on. I mean, a lot of people are surprised to see that keep coming back, but I feel like it's the only leathery scent around, so maybe that's why it stays in there. And White Amber Antique, that one was, I think, a summer release for a few catalogs ago, and so that's back. Luna, and that's a staple. And Velvet Moon, that was one that was also new in last year's Fall Winter catalog, and it came back. On to the fruity. Autumn Road Trip. A lot of people happy to see that one back. Black Currant and Plum, that was a brand new one last fall. That's back. Black Raspberry Vanilla, that's a staple. Caramel Apple Craze. I think some people were wondering if that would come back, but that's one that people also say that, if it doesn't, you could probably come up with something on your own with all the caramel scents that are out there and all the apple scents. But it is a very nice mixture that they've just done on just a single bar. Cranberry and Cardamom, a new one. Fall Filling, a new one. Frosted Cedar, a new one. Johnny Appleseed is back. Perfect Day. Well, I guess it's in the current catalog. Perfect Day. I'm surprised that one's back. Like I said, I mean, they just brought all 10 back from last year, so there it is. Scarlet Sunflower is a popular one. I thought that was a bestseller. Maybe that was a bestseller last year. I don't know. Snowberry. Now, this is one I talked about in my video. I've been buying Scentsy for, I don't know, 12, 15 years or whatnot. I've seen it come and go, and I am surprised. Like, I think it was in, I don't know, maybe the 1920 catalog, and then it jumped out, and we haven't seen it for a couple of years, but it's back. It's one of my favorites. I'm so glad to see it. I'll be able to club it. Winterberry Apple Tea. I think people are happy to see that back. And then the citrus category, Blue Grotto, Coconut Lemongrass, Sips of Cider. That was one that was brand new last year. Squeeze the Day, and Sun Kiss Citrus. And so at a quick, let's see if I can get all this in that video. Yeah, probably. Oh, let's see. I don't know if I can make this a little bit bigger. I can't probably get it all in there. But, I mean, so all of these here, this is in one of the back, closer to the back pages in the Scentsy catalog, where it just lists them all in alpha order. It lets you know, the first dot is a Scentsy bar. The second one is a room spray. The third one is a scent circle. The fourth one is scent packs. And then this middle one here is a travel twist. And then the next one is a car bar, Scentsy pods, and then fragrance flower. It's such small print. I don't know if everybody see that, or maybe they can zoom in on it. I'm not sure. But anyway, everything's listed alphabetical order here. And then, it's dotted for whatever it's going to be available in. So I'll just move that down there. Keep that there for a second. And so let's talk. So some of the ones that didn't return that are some heartbreakers here. But people did talk about Harvest Blessings. They really didn't think that it would return, and it did not. Same thing with Bright Cider Life. Excuse me. A lot of people like it, and I think they thought they would see it. They clubbed it in case, but it didn't come back. I'm also surprised that we didn't see Caramel Chestnut. That came out in a brick last year for the holiday bricks. And so many people loved it and talked about it. I just don't know why that didn't come back in a bar. I don't know. Another one that we don't see in this year's catalog that was in last year's and several of the years past is Be Merry. That is one of my favorites. I club a few bars. Another gal and I share that one. And yeah, we love that one. A lot of people are surprised they don't see Hug and a Mug in there. Like I said, Scentsy doesn't do a lot of chocolate scents, and I think they're very surprised not to see that in there. I'm actually kind of surprised not to see the Orchard Apple and Spice in there. I know it was I think in one of the fall collections, it may be 2021, it showed up in the catalog last year. And, sometimes these things are just a one and done. So, yeah, so I don't know about that one. I did club it, so I'm happy to see that one. Let me think. I'm surprised that sugar cookie wasn't in the bakery. I mean, I know it's available, at least currently it is. I don't know if those will change in the fall, but if you have a Scentsy club and if you have over a certain dollar amount, over $60, then you get to choose a half price item. And there's several bricks. I don't know. There's about 15 different bricks I think you can pick from. And sugar cookies usually one of those. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to change in the fall, if they're going to have a different selections of bricks, but yeah, I'm just really shocked that I don't see sugar cookie in there. One of them that also left that people are, I think, shocked about, but maybe not, is Very Merry Cranberry. That was also a very good staple, popular staple in the holiday part. So we are kind of surprised on that one. I'm really surprised that we didn't see like the cozy vanilla and pumpkin. I really thought there might be another pumpkin scent. A lot of people are talking, and they're, you know, I mean, like I mentioned before, they said that they're disappointed in the bakery again. And I know a lot of people are putting, you know, the consultants have this like area where you can make suggestions or whatnot. And a lot of people, you know, voice opinions, and sometimes they, you know, look at those, and sometimes things change, and I'm sure they get things from that suggestion board. But the maple scents seem to have disappeared this year. Like maple rum cake, I think a lot of people expected to see that one. That maple vanilla glaze was beautiful. There was another maple one that I thought was around. Oh, vanilla cinnamon maple. I don't think that one's on there, is it? No, it's not that one. So all three of those maple scents just dropped right off. I'm really surprised about that. I'm also surprised that we didn't see sweet orange and evergreen. So many people liked that, and I'm just surprised that one didn't make the catalog. And as was the cranberry orange cider. That was in the fall collection one year, and maybe that was last year. I'm just surprised that one wasn't in there, because I thought people talked quite a bit about that one. Let's see if there's anything else that I was surprised about. Oh, iced pine, you know, I think people were worried that wouldn't come back as a piney scent. But let's see. But as we look at, let's see, let's go back up there to the new releases. Okay, so we have a cranberry scent there. Maybe that's why it kicked out the Very Merry Cranberry. As you look on here, like this one right here is the only bakery, right? Make Me Snickerdoodle is the only bakery they gave to us. Oh, one of them that I was disappointed that I didn't see back was Cinnamon Buttercream. It took me a while to try that one, but man, I really liked it. And it's really good as a mixer, and I'm really surprised that we didn't see that one pop back up. But I guess we have 1, 2, 3 fruity. We have 1, 2, 3 woods, 2 fresh, 1 bakery, 1 spice. I don't know. I mean, I'll be excited to try all these, just to sort of see how I feel about them. As is everybody else, I'm sure. So, I mean, yeah, what are you excited to try? What was your heartbreak? Did you club everything you wanted? And, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to share this catalog with you. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns or anything that I can help you with. So have a great Friday, or whenever you're watching this, have a great weekend. All right, thanks. Bye.